Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved family in faith, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to speak to you today about a secret, a divine secret. It's not a secret Allah has hidden from us, no. It is a secret He has written plainly in the rhythm of creation, in the pattern of the day, waiting for us to unlock it. It's the secret to Barakah in your Rizq, in your time, in your entire life. You wake up in the dark, you answer the call of the Most Merciful. You stand before Him in the stillness of the pre-dawn. That in itself, subhanallah, is a victory. You have fulfilled a mighty obligation. But then you rush. You rush to your phone, to the news, to the worries of the day that hasn't even begun. You hand over the keys of your heart to the world before you have fortified it with the divine. I want to speak to you today about a secret. A divine secret. It's not a secret Allah has hidden from us. No, it is a secret He has written plainly in the rhythm of creation, in the pattern of the day, waiting for us to unlock it. It's the secret to Barakah in your Rizq, in your time, in your entire life. You see, so many of us, we wake up each morning and we feel a weight of responsibility, of bills to pay, of deadlines to meet, of a future that seems uncertain. We chase after our provision with such anxiety, with our hearts tied to the outcomes of this world. We exhaust ourselves running, thinking that if we just run faster, work harder, hustle more, then we will reach that point of peace, that point of enough. But the heart remains restless. The time never feels sufficient. The wealth, even when it comes, feels hollow. It's because we are chasing the quantity and we have forgotten the quality. We are seeking the container, but we have neglected the Barakah that must fill it. You wake up in the dark, you answer the call of the Most Merciful, you stand before Him in the stillness of the pre-dawn. That in itself, subhanallah, is a victory. In a world lost in sleep, drowned in distraction, you are awake, you are conscious, you have fulfilled a mighty obligation. You have made a statement with your body and soul that Allah comes first. But then what happens? The prayer ends, we say our salam, and so often we rush. We rush back to bed, or we rush to the kitchen, or we rush. And this is the tragedy of our age. We rush to our phone, to the news, to the social media feed, to the emails that have piled up through the night. We hand over the keys of our heart, this heart that was just moments ago in a state of purity and submission. We hand its keys over to the chaos of the world before we have even fortified it, before we have installed its spiritual security system. It's like planting a precious seed in fertile soil and then immediately allowing a storm to come and wash it away. We have this sacred, vulnerable, beautiful moment of connection and we break it ourselves. Think about it. The Prophet taught us that at the Fajr prayer, something magnificent occurs. The angels of the night shift and the angels of the day shift gather. They witness you, they report on you. Can you imagine the scene? The angels who have been with you through the quiet hours and the angels who will accompany you through the coming day, they are all present. It is a heavenly changing of the guard and you are the focus. You are at the center of this celestial gathering. Your Ameen is echoed in the heavens. Your prostration is witnessed by the angels. This time, this very moment when you have completed your prayer is not an ending. It is a beginning. It is the beginning of a period of immense spiritual opportunity. A time when the veil between you and your Lord is thin, when your soul is soft from worship and your mind is clear from the clutter of the day that hasn't yet begun. This, my dear brothers and sisters, is the divine appointment. It is not a metaphor, it is a reality. Every day, Allah Malik, the King, the Sovereign, has set a time to meet with you. Not in a distant palace, but in the prayer room of your home, in the masjid, in that quiet corner. He is Al-Mujib, the responsive one, and He is most responsive in the last third of the night, flowing right into the dawn. By praying Fajr, you have arrived at the palace. By sitting down afterwards, even for 5 minutes, you are entering the private audience chamber. This is your chance. This is your moment to speak, and more importantly, to listen. What you do in this audience, you open His direct communication to you, The Qur'an, you don't need to rush through pages to feel accomplished. Just one verse, but with your heart, not just your eyes reading words, but your soul receiving a message. Let's say you read the verse, and He is with you wherever you are. Surah Al-Hadid 5074, pause. Let it sink in. He is with me. As you sit there in the quiet, He is with you. As you prepare to face a difficult colleague today, He will be with you. As you worry about a financial decision, He is with you. That one verse becomes the lens through which you view your entire day. It programs your inner narrative from one of loneliness and burden to one of divine companionship and support. You're installing the operating system of taqwa, a conscious living awareness of Allah, before the computer of your day even boots up. If the first software that loads is anxiety, the whole system will crash by midday. But if the first program that runs is Allah is with me, then every other application, your work, your family duties, your challenges will run with divine compatibility. This act, this simple discipline, is the ultimate demonstration of priority. When you make the choice in that groggy, tempting moment to go back to sleep or pick up your phone, to instead open the Mus'haf or the app on your phone for the right purpose, you are sending a signal to the heavens. You are saying, "Ya Allah, before the world gets its claim on me, before my desires whisper to me, before my worries overwhelm me, I come to you. You are my first priority." And my beloved people, listen carefully. Allah's law in this universe is immutable. When you prioritize Him, He prioritizes you. He takes charge of your affairs. He becomes your wakil, your disposer of affairs. He says in a sacred hadith Qudsi, "O son of Adam, free yourself for my worship. I will fill your heart with riches, and I will fill your hands with provision. But if you do not, then I will fill your hands with distractions and your heart with poverty." That time after Fajr is you freeing yourself for His worship. It is the practical proof of your claim that He comes first. And from this priority, from this daily realignment flows the Barakah. The Barakah is not a magic spell that multiplies money in your wallet. It is the divine blessing that multiplies the benefit of everything you have. It is the supernatural efficiency in your time, so you accomplish with clarity in 1 hour what used to take 3 in a fog of distraction. It is the contentment in your heart that looks at a simple meal and feels the gratitude of a feast, while another looks at a feast and feels the emptiness of envy. It is the peace in your home that becomes a sanctuary, not just a building. It is the protection on your wealth, where it is used for good and is not a cause of strife or sin. It is the hidden openings, the phone call that comes at the right time, the idea that suddenly emerges, the obstacle that mysteriously clears. This is rizq from sources you could never imagine. Your salary is one channel, but Allah has infinite channels. That daily appointment after Fajr is you tune your heart's receiver to catch those signals, to be receptive to those divine deliveries that the distracted heart will completely miss. So don't let Shaitan deceive you. Don't let him tell you you're too tired, or that 5 minutes won't matter. That 5 minutes is the foundation upon which your entire day is built. It is the compass setting for your journey. Start tomorrow. Just one verse. Sit in the sacred silence of the dawn and let the words of the Most High resonate in the chamber of your heart. Make this your non-negotiable covenant. This is the true beginning of attracting the Barakah that transforms not just your rizq, but your very existence. You see, my dear brothers and sisters, we live in a world obsessed with the visible, the quantifiable, the number in the bank account, the square footage of the house, the title on the business card. We measure success by volume. We chase accumulation. And in that relentless chase, we have entirely missed the point. We have missed the divine secret whispered into the very fabric of a believer's life. Allah does not promise us merely abundance. He promises us barakah. And these are two entirely different paradises of provision. Let me explain. Abundance is about more. Barakah is about enough. And not just enough, but enough that is blessed. Enough that is satisfying. Enough that carries with it the sweetness of contentment and the peace of divine pleasure. You can have an abundance of wealth and yet your heart is a desert of worry. Your mansion feels like a prison. Your food has no taste of gratitude. Your time is a frantic race against a clock you can never beat. That is abundance without barakah. It is a heavy blessing, a glittering burden. Now look at the opposite. Look at the home where the income is modest, but there is laughter. There is sharing. The simple meal on the floor is eaten with heartfelt alhamdulillah, and it nourishes the body and the soul. Look at the time of the righteous before us, where they accomplished monumental works, knowledge compiled, nations guided, hearts transformed, in lifetimes that by our modern standards were short, without the tools we have. That was time infused with barakah. Little became much. Efforts bore fruit beyond their immediate scope. This is what we are missing when we rush from Fajr. We are asking Allah for more, when He is waiting to give us the blessing in what we already have. The verse after Fajr isn't a transactional ritual to magically increase your salary by 10%. No. It is the spiritual calibration that attunes your entire being to receive and recognize barakah. When you start your day by internalizing a verse like, "And whoever is mindful of Allah, He will make a way out for them and provide for them from where they do not expect." Surah At-Talaq 65 and 2-3d. You are not just reading words. You are downloading a filter for your perception. You are programming your mind to look for the way out that Allah will create, to be expectant of provision from unseen sources rather than being fixated on the single, narrow channel you are stressing over. Think of barakah like divine light. You have two cups. One is large, ornate, but made of solid, opaque stone. The other is small, simple, but made of the purest crystal. You pour water into both. The stone cup holds more, but it is dark inside. The water is just water. The crystal cup holds less, but when the sun shines, the light passes through it, making the water glitter, illuminating it from within, making the entire vessel radiant. The stone cup is abundance without barakah. The crystal cup is less in quantity, but it is filled with light. That is barakah. Your commitment after Fajr is the process of polishing your crystal. It is making your soul, your time, your efforts, your wealth transparent to the divine light, so that His blessings can shine through them, magnifying their effect, filling them with a quality of goodness that sheer volume can never achieve. Your rizq is not just your paycheck. Let's break this illusion. Your rizq is your health, which allows you to work. It is your sanity, your peace of mind. It is the love of your family, which is a sustenance for the heart. It is the idea that comes to you in the shower that solves a problem. It is the delayed journey that saved you from an accident. It is the forgiveness in a relationship that restores peace to your home. This is the provision from sources you could never imagine. And how do you become receptive to this wider, deeper definition of rizq? By raising your state of taqwa. And nothing raises your taqwa in the practical moments of your day, like beginning that day seated with the book of Allah, in a state of worship, aligning your compass to the qibla of your heart. When barakah enters your time, you are focused. You are not scrolling mindlessly for an hour lost in a digital haze. You complete tasks with presence and efficiency. An hour feels like a productive, spacious hour. When barakah enters your wealth, you are protected from wasteful and harmful spending. You are guided to use it in ways that please Allah, which in turn invites more goodness. You find contentment in what you have, which is the greatest wealth of all. When barakah enters your home, arguments lessen, understanding grows, and the angels feel at peace within its walls. This is the comprehensive barakah that flows from that singular, focused investment of time with your Creator at the start of the day. So don't look at the one verse after Fajr as a small religious duty to tick off. See it as the fundamental act of shifting your pursuit from the quantity of dunya to the quality of divine approval and blessing. You are telling Allah, I am not coming to you just to ask for more stuff. I am coming to you to ask for your light in my life, for your peace in my heart, for your blessing in my efforts. Make what I have sufficient. Make my efforts fruitful. Make my home peaceful. Make my time meaningful. This is the prayer embedded in that action. And Allah never fails a sincere heart. When He sees you valuing the connection with Him over the extra 10 minutes of sleep or the immediate dive into the world's chaos, He takes it upon Himself to manage your affairs. He becomes your guardian. He places a sweetness in your life that no amount of money can buy. He opens doors you didn't even know were there. And He places in the hearts of people kindness towards you. This is the true expansive, life-transforming Rizq. It begins not with a frantic chase, but with a peaceful, purposeful sit down with Al-Razaq, the ultimate provider, in the blessed stillness of the dawn. That is where the secret of Barakah is handed to you, not in a ledger of numbers, but in the silent, powerful language of a heart that has put Allah first.